Good morning, everyone. So I made the mistake of not launching the game before starting. Means this might cause some problems, but we shall deal with that. Excuse me. Throat is not in order today. Good morning. How do I pronounce it? Muffy? Moofy? Oh god, that's so loud. Somehow I'm always blown away by how loud that opening music is, so I apologize for that. Oh god, am I... Okay. I dropped a few frames earlier, but I don't think that's going to continue. I'm going to do something that a lot of people actually complained about when I did the old walkthrough back in 2012 or whenever. Which was, they don't want to see me carrying a bow as a mage, because it does admittedly look a little silly. Alright, so last night, we got into the monastery. And, yeah, I guess we'll go about our initiate duties.
I could tell you.
Welcome, new novice. I am Parlin.
I am...
Good morning, Black Wolf.
Novice.
You really should have known better.
It is not important who you were before.
I love how any opportunity the hero gets to say his name, he's
That
interrupted.
is all that matters. And with the acceptance into the Brotherhood of Fire, all of your previous transgressions will be forgiven. May Inos bless this man who places his life in his service and wash away his sins.
And now?
First, you can get when you...
Alright, so yeah. Actually, I should have listened to that line there, because
That will never change.
there's a glitch where that gets repeated by somebody else later. The line where he says, "Take your tribute to Gorax." Kind of hilarious.
That's no secret.
Yeah, you have... Isn't there a place in...
The things I could tell
Oh, is
you.
Diego the only way to get a bow in Irdorath?
Haven't I heard about
Yeah, you should have sold more than one then.
I've got no time for things
Well,
like
I thought they might have just put like a random short bow
That's just what I
somewhere
said.
on the island to make sure you had one. I remember the first time I went through that bit, I actually thought I screwed myself by not
Never asks me.
investing in bow skill, and I wouldn't be able to hit the
things
switches.
I could tell you.
But no, it turns out
already know what I
you
think.
always hit them.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I'm looking for the Eye of Inos.
I never would have
I
thought.
don't know who told you about that.
Where is the Eye?
The fewer people
No
know
idea.
this,
You tell me.
Damn.
I need to talk to the leader of the
Never gonna
Paladins.
change that.
Lord Hagen does not receive novice.
I've got no time for things like that.
How can I serve the community?
First,
That's nothing
you will
new.
fulfill the duties of a novice. You will work and
Please
serve
keep it to a
the
minimum.
Brotherhood.
Over
You can
again.
give your gold to
We will not be
Gorax,
dealing with
our
goblins
steward.
today.
You will find him in the wine. When you have done,
I don't think
That
anyway.
was no big deal.
That's
Alright,
just
so
what
I think
said.
we have to give our tribute first, which normally, if we had done this the classic way, we would have come here with a sheep that we'd have to give to this fellow, and 1,000 gold that we'd have to give
I could
to
tell you.
Gorax over here. Actually, I never thought of that. I wonder if it is possible to get into the monastery without 1,000 gold, like if Pedro actually looks for it. And what would happen if you managed to cheat your way in?
Can I be of assistance to you?
Wow, that's very
Here,
welcoming.
I've got the statuette that Daron was supposed to bring to the monastery.
It is nevertheless this. I'm very obliged.
Alright, so we are in.
I'm looking.
There's an empty bed right next. You can store your belongings and remember. What should my cat more of so?
Okay, so he is our merchant here. This is my favorite weapon in the entire game, because these have names. Magic Wand. Wand of the Fire Mages. Both are enchanted this wand. I wonder if that was like a code name that they kind of forgot to change, or if they just mistranslated it. Well, we're not going to need that anymore. Does it? That would be kind of hilarious, because you wouldn't be able to give Gorax the money. Yeah, I'm losing frames. I guess my encode is a little off today.
That's just what I said.
Yeah. I wonder what happens if you lose the sheep. Like, are you able to buy another one? I only remember there being one sheep that you can actually bring with you. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, none of the other ones really were necessary. Collecting the rent from Sekab is not difficult. If you screw up and get select the militia bit for the mercenaries, and that's more troublesome. Joining the militia involves becoming a citizen, which is something you want to do anyway. So yeah.
I used to say that myself.
Hello.
Hello.
You're also new here, aren't you?
Yes, hello.
I've been here for 4 weeks.
Not so far.
Then take this one.
Well, I've wielded a weapon or...
If you want, I can...
What request would
So
that
for
be?
some reason, this
Well,
one novice gives
one
us
of the
our
paladins,
weapon.
Sergio, is in the... If you...
And he wants us to ask Sergio to train him. It's kind of funny because you wouldn't think weapons would be something that novices would train with, because they're not supposed to leave the monastery after all. Not typically. So what use would they have to defend themselves?
Can't rely
And once you
on
become a mage, you don't use it anymore anyway. And again, I don't think life in the monastery is supposed to be all about becoming a mage.
that all over
You know, I'm sure there are some...
again. He thinks it's as easy as that.
I don't think he's talking to you, dude.
Hey, you!
I don't know what this one novice's deal is. He won't talk to Igaraz.
Same old thing all over again.
Yeah, that's... I think I did it that way, in fact. He said, well, yeah, because yesterday he said your task is taken care of, even though he never left, and we never left. And if we go up there now, the militia will still be standing there.
Same
Which is
old
nice,
thing
'cause,
all over again.
I think later on, when nasty monsters move in, they'll be the ones
Been there, done that.
to, you know, be the meat shields instead of all the farmers getting killed. I don't know why I thought I could climb up there, and I don't know why I wanted to.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
How can I serve the community?
Speak to the other magician. I will oversee your work.
Same old thing all over
Do you have an
again.
assignment for me?
The novice's chambers could do with a good sweeping. Take care of that.
Got
But that
no
will
time
take
for things
forever.
like that.
Then you'd better start right away, hadn't you?
It's kind of funny. I don't think it would actually take all that long to sweep the chambers. I would argue the other things would take even longer.
Tell me about...
All right. The Eye of Innos contains a part of the divine
really should have
power of
known
Innos. Only one. It was created to protect us from the power.
Alright, well, I think the time has come.
How can I learn the art of magic?
You are not here to receive the gift of magic. You are, but I can.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, it does become like a nice community up there on Bengar's farm. Especially when you get the other farmers back.
More, believe me.
So the funny thing about Wolf is that he will come with you on the
Say that
ship
myself.
in the final chapter, but only if you don't give him a job. So if you complete his quest, you don't get him as an ally, but that's fine because he's not a very useful one
Hey,
anyway.
you!
Hello.
Hello.
You must be the new guy. I'm Opulus. I take care of the sheep around here.
Rocky.
Opulus.
How long have you been in the monastery?
I've been here 3 years, but so far I haven't studied, although I'd like to.
Why not?
My job is looking after the sheep, not studying the scriptures. As long as Master Paladin doesn't release me from this duty, I'm not allowed to study in the
What
library.
he wants to know.
It is funny that you would think that this game would have a low budget for voice acting, and while the talents on display are not
Known better.
really Hollywood quality, it is funny that they actually, in some cases, put forth an effort to sound different. Like this guy
Only
obviously
us decide
gave himself like an artificial lisp. Probably by putting like a clothespin on his tongue or something.
Is there anything you can teach me?
Sure, I used to beat up people. I can show you how to strengthen your arms. But I'd like to learn something about potions, especially about magic potions.
How can I help you with that?
Well, if you work for Neoras, you'll...
His decision, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he wants us to give him a potion recipe, which we'll find later. I mean, they had, I think, yeah, they got in some, like, fairly high-profile actors, but barely gave them many roles. Like, they had Crispin Freeman as the hero, which all he did was ask questions and say, I see. They had Steve Blum voice, like, 90% of the characters. They had... who else?
That's no
The
secret.
guy who voiced Zardos was in a few games as well. Who else did they have? Some other...
Staying out of it.
Yeah, it pretty much does. And a few Dwarven ones as well.
I've got no time for things like that.
I don't remember what else that guy's done.
I couldn't care less.
Eye of Inos, I don't really know. I guess because it doesn't look like an ear. No, I mean, I thought we're... I don't know. I was just thinking broadly, because he voiced Ogren in Dragon Age. But yeah, he voices, like, millions of characters. And all with the same voice. I forgot what I was doing. We need to do some sweeps.
Been there, done that.
I'm supposed to sweep the novices' chambers.
You've saddled yourself with a lot of work there.
Later.
You know what? I'll help you. You'll never finish that alone. But I really need a Fist of Wind spell scroll. And now, naturally...
Fist of Wind.
Can't rely.
So I think we can buy one from Gorax, but if I'm not mistaken, there is one to find somewhere in the monastery if you look around.
What do you want?
Things I could tell you.
I'm new here.
So, if you still don't have any work, talk to Parlin. He'll assign you some.
I'm staying out of it.
What are you planting here?
We're trying to grow healing plants that Master Neoras can use to brew potions.
So I don't know why they put weeds in the field, which look like regular old swamp weed. Although they did change the model in one of these texture packs, so they actually look different. Yeah, they put the weeds here, and, well, picking them up isn't worth anything, because you can't sell them for anything.
Been there, done
Can't
that.
eat them. And there's no quest to pick them up. But I'm doing it anyway, because I'm a loser.
True.
I guess it does look a little smaller.
Can't rely on that.
A little more cozy. Yeah, it is hilarious, especially because doing all that means we get the fast track to becoming a mage, while all these people who have been here for months never get the opportunity. So we need to find more people to help us sweep.
Virtue is long, rocky.
I need help sweeping the novices' chambers.
Sure, I'll help. We novices have to stick together. I just need 50 gold pieces because I still have to pay Parlan.
What?
All right, I'll pay.
Good, then I'll get started.
Getting somebody else to pay your tribute for you, scumbag.
Wait a minute.
Where's your dedication to Innos?
I need help sweeping the...
Hey, I'd do it, but I'm really busy.
This guy, I think, is working in the garden, so he won't help us.
Hey, you! I need help sweeping the novices' chambers.
Oh dear. You just got here and you
You got the same voice as the last guy.
Already. Console yourself. It was exactly the same with me when I first got here. And that's why I'm...
Alright, so he gives us free help. Oh yeah, I wonder what he did. There's one other guy down here, and then we have Babo, and I think those are the only 4 we can get.
I need help sweeping the novices' chambers.
Am I the only one helping you?
No, I've already got some help.
Then I'm in.
What a friendly guy. So he will only help you if you get somebody else to do it. But we need 4 people in total, because for some reason, even sweeping one chamber ourselves is not an option. So we need a Fist of Wind or Babo to help us.
Hey, you!
What? What's wrong? Why are you bothering me? Can't you see I'm in the middle of an extremely complicated experiment?
I didn't mean to disturb you.
You already have. Well, what do you want?
Wonder why they messed up the bookcases back there. It's actually kind of funny. I guess they realized their wall didn't quite fit it. So they put another one between them, even though I think they could have made it if they just nudged this one over. Just patching holes all over this thing, and now everything's glitching through each other.
Hey.
God, it's so damn warm in here. I'd open a window, but then we'd have all the street noise.
Have you got work for me?
Yes, I need plants for my experiments. We raise plants ourselves, but we're all out of fire nettles. 7 blossoms should do. Bring me those. Oh, something else. I'm missing a recipe for creating magic potions. If you find it...
Okay, so the tricky thing... for some reason I don't remember. Is there a way to give the recipe both to Opolis and to Neras? Or do you have to pick one or the other? Also, another thing I don't understand is why voices get so much quieter when we're indoors.
Hey, you!
It really messes with my mixing.
I've got some fire nettles for you.
Excellent. I can work with that.
Oh yeah, this is how we get the Fist of Wind.
Can I learn from you?
I do not instruct, then I can...
Oh.
Could you... For a novice, you are certainly... You can buy everything...
Alright, well, we get nothing from him. Despite our loyal service. So Opolis does give it back? I couldn't remember, honestly.
Do you have an assignment for me?
You novices have worked hard lately, and those who work a lot shall eat a lot too. I'm giving you a key to the larder. You'll find some mutton sausages there. Distribute once you've...
Mutton sausage. For some reason, he has a second key to the front gate. I don't know why. Anyway, let's go down to the larder, where we will get sausages. We can also completely raid their food stores and nobody ever questions us. But we should also find something else there. I guess it's kind of like, in Gothic 1. The only way to join the new camp is to give them the list from the old mine so they can tamper with it, but ironically you can still join the old camp with it afterwards. Here we got Nearas's recipe. Do not give it to Nearas first. Got some sausages. Left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left. And a lot more delicious sausage. I think the key to the treasure you can only get by picking Gorax's pocket. Alright, well, here's your fist.
About the spell scroll.
Do you have a Fist of Wind spell for me?
Here's the spell scroll you wanted.
That's good. Then I'll help you clean the chambers.
Wait a minute.
First, here's a sausage.
Here, have a sausage.
Oh, mutton sausage is great.
Then I won't have enough left for the...
You have one sausage too many anyway. Namely, the one for you. And what's a sausage among friends? Come on. I'll give you a fire arrow spell scroll for it.
And you stuff your face with a sausage bigger than your head. I'll give him the free one because he actually gives us something arguably useful for it. The only other one who asked for another one is Pedro, who doesn't give us anything.
Would you? Sure.
Alright, give him sausage. Oh, hang on, what? What do you mean still counts? Like if we go to him with only one left, we can still give him a second?
Would you like a sure?
Oh, well, give that a shot.
How am I?
Hey! Here, I've got a mutton sausage for you.
Sheep sausage, sheep cheese, sheep milker. It's getting so I can't stand the sight of it.
So, do you want the sausage or not?
Oh, give it here already.
Yeah, stop griping and stuff your face.
Hey! How?
I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Hey, you!
What do you want?
Oh, you sound so miserable.
What are you doing here?
I have transgressed against the precepts of the community. Now I'm waiting for the decision of the High Council, whether I may remain in the monastery.
Tell me what happened.
I took a book from the rooms of the magicians while I was sweeping, so I could read it later. Master Highglass noticed it immediately, of course, and asked me about the book. Out of fear of being punished, I lied about it. But he caught me later when I was in my chamber with the book. He was really angry and informed the High Council. Now they are discussing whether I can stay.
Is there any way I can help you?
No. I've been delivered up to the...
He says that, but there is in fact a way we can help him later.
Thanks.
And he approaches us with it.
Hey, you!
What can I do for you, brother?
Why aren't you working?
I am permitted to study the teachings of Innos. I seek wisdom in his words. One day, he will choose me. And then, I shall take the test of magic and enter the circle of fire.
Who are the chosen?
The novices whom Innos has ordained to take the test of magic. He who passes it is accepted into the ranks of the magicians of fire.
How can I be chosen?
You have no influence on that. Innos alone chooses his novices, and the High Council announces his will.
It's kind of funny how we didn't have to go through any of this process when we became a fire mage in the colony. Yeah, it is funny.
What is the...
A test.
He also sounds the most, kind of high and mighty about it.
You must...
You think he would be a bit more cutthroat.
So you work for Gorax, huh?
Yeah. Oh, his head also shrinks. You and Kevlar must be related. Yeah, but still, you would think that, like, when you get out of the colony, if everyone realizes you didn't do it the right way, you wouldn't be a mage anymore. Because you were not chosen by Innos, you were chosen by Callisto.
How about...
I wouldn't.
Alright, stuff your face.
Hey, you! What's your job here?
I prepare the paladin.
Yeah, all metaphors of evil. But the funny thing, I think if you are not a mage, if you're a mercenary or a dragon hunter, you're actually not allowed in this shrine for some reason. Like, people will attack you if you go in here. It's weird.
Hey! I've got this mutton sausage here.
Oh, man, fantastic. Finally, another delicious mutton sausage.
You are a horrible person eating sheep in front of the sheep.
I've got the recipe you wanted.
Good. Then let me read it.
It's funny how they left a sniff in there. Like that wasn't supposed to be
yes,
the line that they used.
See. Well,
Have you got it yet?
good. Thanks a lot.
So we do keep it. Good to know. Yeah, you know, who'd have thought that the initiation was a little contrived? The 1,000 gold up front, and all this bullshit about the test of magic and everything.
Would you like? Sure.
Okay, we got 2 novices left. One, I think, is mashing grapes over here. Yeah, it is funny. No, hang on. I already gave these guys sausages, didn't I? Who am I missing? Like, a lot of, like, voice directors are so... Like, try and manufacture the delivery of the acting so much that it just sounds less realistic and less believable, but more consistent. Yeah, stuff like that is more believable.
Enos be with you.
Enos be with you.
Would you like a sausage? Ah, delicious that. Thank you so much, brother.
I think this is the only Italian we ever meet in this game.
What room is this?
This is where they keep the holy relics of the monastery.
What relic?
Here rest.
Is the Eye of Inosk?
Of course not. What a strange.
Oh, sure they don't. Oh, there's a shiny mage over there. So he's wearing the high robe like he's a member of the council, but all he does is stand there all day. I'm surprised they don't have like a paladin guarding it. Yeah, but who says they don't follow Inos? You know? They're out there hunting dragons, which are the beasts of Beliar. In one way or another, aren't they serving Inos?
About the novices' chambers.
You actually managed to find 4 novices to help you. Well done.
Alright. Excellent. That's done. Let's double check. I have 1 sausage left. 1 sheepy sausage. So let's see if this actually works.
Hey, you! Here, have a sausage, brother.
Good of you to think of me. Usually, I am forgotten. You could let me have another sausage.
Forget it. I won't have enough then.
Hey, 1 sausage. Nobody will notice that. You'll get something for it. I know a place where some fire nettles grow. If you take them to Neras, he'll surely give you the key to the library. What do you say?
Well, we already gave them to him, and he did not give us the keys, so...
Okay, have another sausage.
All right. Some fire...
Huh. You're right. He doesn't even mention the fact that we don't give him a sausage. That's kind of hilarious. Let me write that down. I mean, again, it's the least useful because, well, we could have most likely already picked those up when we walked up here. Alright, notes taken. I guess I'll collect those fire nettles later. No, we didn't even make one. We never gave him one. Like, it didn't even pop up saying sheep sausage given or anything. Well, whatever. Sausage distributed.
I've distributed the...
And you have done so fairly.
Do you have another assignment for me?
Yes.
Oh, he's using the Ulthar wand.
We make an excellent wine here, and we sell it. Orlan, the landlord of the inn, bring him these bottles.
And on the way to Orlan,
You don't have to tell me that.
I think Gorax is the only one who gives us two quests to do. Marduk does not give us any, but this paladin does.
Hey,
Enos be with you.
what are you doing?
I am praying to Enos that he strengthen my arm and my will. Thus I am armed against all dangers, and shall destroy all his enemies in order to do him honor.
What enemies?
All those who are...
I never looked closely at this armor before. I don't think the, without the mod, the armor is this detailed, but just for the record, rings that wide do not make for effective armor.
Been there, done that.
Also, never noticed you can see through his coif, which is clearly making no contact with his head whatsoever.
Tell you.
Can you go?
Why doesn't he...
I think he's...
I see. Good.
That's no
If it
secret.
means so much...
Why aren't...
It may seem unusual that I am... We paladins are war...
And do you all...
Until then,
Hang on, how do I get his quest?
Only Innos decides what's
Oh.
right or wrong.
Is there anything?
For me? No.
That's right, we have to do this first.
Only
No, they're not.
can't rely on that.
Sorry for the loud cars. Enos, extend your hand over your vassals, bless them with your fire, and grant them strength to fight bravely in their name for victory or death or... Exactly. I don't know why he says vassals. Vassals are lords, not
For my brethren,
warriors.
I want to thank you for that.
Let me share your fighting experience.
When you fight,
So he improves our two-handed weapon skill by 2%, which is not that useful.
I need to act.
well, I cannot, but I can help you. Go to Master Isk. May
So Paladin has heard that a mage needs his assistance with something, and he sends us instead. No idea what the task is, or whether or not we are capable or equipped to handle it. Thank God it turns out to be something incredibly minor. I mean, to be fair, half of them did go to the valley, where arguably the real enemy is, but they also do nothing whatsoever to help with that. Alright, so here are the fire nettles that Pedro told us of, and I don't even think there are enough to fulfill Nearas's quest down here. It really wasn't all that helpful. Found 5 of them, I think we needed 7. Oh no, we found 6. Why are there loons? You know, I wonder how much of a pain in the ass it must have been to build this monastery. Considering all you had was this narrow bridge to cart all this stone up there. Building that bridge must have been a pain in the ass. But anything to show, you know, such arrogance in the face of nature to prove the glory of Innos.
Hey! Sergio sent me. I've taken over his task. So what is it?
A dark wolf has been roaming the area recently. Track it down and kill it.
Why?
May...
He hasn't harmed anyone. Ah, well, there's a woofy woof. If I'm not mistaken, even though it does actually have a unique texture, it drops a normal wolf skin and is no more difficult than an ordinary wolf. But we shall hunt it down. Oh god. Take less damage from arrows than I thought. Oh yeah, well, sorry, I just completely slaughtered you. Now why is that? That is weird. Like, what do you think locked it out?
I used to say that myself.
Really? That's odd. Maybe on one of the other playthroughs I'll test that and see if that's a replicable glitch. Now, did you ever... Because I know in, I think, Chapter 3, Vatras has a quest for you to deliver him a letter.
I couldn't get away with that.
Did he have any dialogue when you did that?
I'm bringing the wine from the monastery.
Excellent. That's what I've already agreed on the price with Master Gorax.
Wow, that is an incredibly low ball.
Are you trying to pull a fast one? The price is 240 gold coins.
So, Gorax warned you, did he? Alright. You tell Gorax that I pulled the wool over your eyes and you'll get 4 spell scrolls from me.
What kind of...
No idea. Better than anything about that.
Nobody
guest who forgot him here. Yeah.
I gotta be honest, even though Orlin is a decent guy to us for the most part, he really proves his shady colors here. I don't remember what the spell scrolls are, but they're not worth it.
Hey, just give me the 240 gold coins.
You don't want to do business, huh? All right. Here's the gold.
No idea. You tell me.
Interesting. I don't know. Maybe it is, or maybe it's just a wolf that rolled around on some fresh tar or something. I just wanted a scavenger, yeah. That's not helpful. I think there's like that, a healing spell, and maybe an ice block, and like a light spell. Something like that. Stuff that we can easily get and easily do without. I'd rather not lose out on the XP for completing it properly. Alright, well, I guess that's just a way of life in this day and age, so. A friend of mine was roommates with a very proud and outspoken brony. He said this dude had like the backpacks for it and everything. I don't know, so I mean, the hell with it, it doesn't matter to me. You enjoy your lifestyle, just try not to do anything weird in public. A brony? It's like adult dudes who watch My Little Pony. And it is as weird as it sounds, but again, none of my business.
I went to see and
so the funny thing is we can still say that he cheated us and keep the 140 gold difference, but then we fail Gorax's quest and he gets mad.
I've got the gold.
Excellent.
Alternatively, we could keep the spell scrolls and pay the difference out of our own pocket and act like we did both. Oh, I forgot to talk to Isgaroth about the wolf. I don't know if it is, because sometimes they toe the line between the two. If you catch my drift. Oh, there's the 7th fire nettle. Look at that. Hiding beneath the spruce. Or whatever that is. Another funny thing is that Darren never has anything to say once we've joined...
Hey, you!
...the monastery or the mages.
I've killed the wolf.
Good work, novice. You are a brave man.
Did you just get link blocked? You know what? I could have sworn, Val, that I made you a mod ages ago so you could post links. I don't know why. Can you stop with that shit? I want my cursor. I don't remember how to make people mods. There you go. Now you can post links. Why did I get my own chat rules to pop up on me? Yes. I do still have this bookmarked, but I'm actually going to move it. I have a whole folder of bookmarks that I am going to use for the walkthrough. Yeah, there's a very relevant nickname then. We still have to give the recipe back to Neoras, and then I think we've done all of the tasks for the mages. So I always wondered what that big ball on the spike is supposed to be on top of the chapel there. It ain't a lightning rod. I've never been up there to look at it, so... Boing.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Shit, I missed. Interesting how we can run up such a steep slope.
Can't go on like this forever.
Okay, well, it's a ball. Got a weirdly reflective nature to it. Alright, well, I have seen the ball. Whoa! Shit. God, I didn't have God mode on.
That's no secret.
Those mountains in the distance. There's something we can see from anywhere else. Should not get distracted with out of bounds stuff. Now let's get back down. So the funny thing between this game and Gothic 1
You don't have to tell me that.
is in Gothic 1, if you died, it was very easy to just use like Marvin mode commands to restore your health to full and carry on like it never happened. In this one, you actually get like a straight up game over in a sort of way, and can actually break a lot of quests and stuff if you try to do it that way.
Could have told you that before.
You don't have to tell me that.
Hit the Soviet ball.
You have to feel sorry.
Near S.
Can't rely on that.
Let me get my dashboard back up. I need a third monitor. Or a bigger second monitor. Or a bigger both monitors.
Hey, you! About your I found it.
Good. Here.
I got a push. Not a good one.
Been there, done that.
That is everything, right? We've done all our novitiate quests.
No idea. You tell me.
Well, another funny thing. I feel really bad for Babo. But there's one quest that we don't get from him as a mage for some reason. But we'll get it later on if we were mercenary or paladin.
That was no big deal.
No one must violate the divine order.
Oh yeah, let's talk to Pyrocar.
So you're the new novice.
I am indeed.
Well, I assume you have already... You know that everyone within the community of fire must carry out his duty according to the will of Enos.
Is it your duty to sit in that furry chair and do nothing all day?
Nobody wants to know.
So this is the funny glitch.
Some citizens of Corinus have mysteriously disappeared.
Take your tribute to Gorax at the monastery at once. He will handle it further.
The same is true for the investigation of the
Pulled up the wrong dialogue flag.
in the northeastern regions of Corinus. So far, I have not received notice that our intervention would be required. Therefore, we are not going to take any steps in this matter.
Yes, but...
No buts. We shall proceed as we see fit, and I hope even you are going to respect that.
Again, they do absolutely nothing. So nobody in Inos' name is taking charge on finding the missing citizens. The paladins are not, the militia are not, fire mages are not. The only people taking care of it are the water mages and the Ring of Water, who, as far as everybody's concerned, aren't involved in anything.
No idea. You tell me.
And are you going to...
I've got an important...
What mess...
An army of evil is assembled.
We shall... In the meantime...
You don't have to tell me.
They shall ponder on my words. Which means as soon as I leave, they're all gonna laugh. What is with those, like, orbs of light on the ground? It looks like there's, like, light fixtures right above it. But there ain't.
You have to feel sorry for
Same in these
the poor guy.
corners.
Nobody wants to know.
So is that everything?
You can't go on like this forever.
Can I have access to the library?
You have obtained fire. You have found Brother. You have vanquished the black. You have succeeded in. You have
really
distributed the.
think?
You have sowed the wild. Yes, you have worked enough. I hereby.
I have the key.
That's nothing new.
I'm gonna rub it in
Hey,
your face.
Been
About
there,
the
done that.
library.
You lucky duck. You got the key to the library, even though you've only been here for a short while.
Yeah, literally like 2 days.
Saying all
The only reason it took that long is because I slept a day away.
That's
Alright, well now we can studi. So funny how all the scriptures of Innos are just recipes for runes. And the one that matters is the one that tells us how to bypass the whole chosen thing. Though novice may feel ready to submit to the test of magic, he may not necessarily be chosen. If, however, he has given his decision ample consideration, and if he insists, he is accorded the right to demand the test, and no magician may deny it to him. But not only must he pass the test of magic, he must also find enlightenment through the fire. If he insists before the High Council, he shall be submitted to the test of fire. So that emphasizes the difference between the test of magic and the test of fire. The test of fire includes the test of magic, but also any other challenges posed by the High Council.
That's totally obvious.
Yeah, they're pretty amusing. Innos is Jesus, Adnos is Maria, Beliar is Lucifer.
That will never change.
I'm not really sure how you put that together, but sure.
Hey,
What can I do?
I've come.
I understand. There is yet another matter for which I could use a discreet novice.
You have an assignment?
Yes. It's about this crazy Ignaz. He lives in Corinna, and that's exactly... In order to test this, I want you to go into the city and obtain... But not a word.
Sure.
Here are 150...
Yeah, that more than covers the expenses. How much are these worth a piece? I guess not. We'd have to buy them for twice what it gives us. But since we beat the shit out of Ignaz to test it on him,
Hey,
we get them for free. So we pocket the difference.
here are the spell scrolls you want.
Well done. But now, it is time... And take this...
And I don't know what he gave us. Wolf? Summon Wolf?
What exactly?
It is my responsibility to train mages in the art of spherical manifestation.
What does that mean?
Well, I teach them how to summon creatures or beings from other states or spheres. This is usually called summoning, although this expression alone is insufficient for the art. Furthermore,
You gotta be so, like, so high and mighty and self-righteous about what summoning actually is.
Hey,
I am so Master Bennett's up.
I demand
The test of fire is from the old. What you're demanding is far too dangerous.
Oh, you can't stop me.
It is.
You don't have to ask me that.
So he studies fire. And imagine that's a very thrilling thing to just stare at fire all day and be like, yes.
Nobody ever asks me.
But it's not a black wolf. It's not you. I'm sorry, I killed you earlier.
I used to say that myself.
It's normal wolf. The funny thing about summoning things is that they are completely indiscriminate in who they target, so if you summon it in friendly areas, they will all just go nuts on it.
You should have known.
One less monster
So much
around.
for you, filthy beast.
But it does
Wait
not
a minute.
count as a crime to summon it, even though it attacks everybody. Well, we get free meat.
Staying out of it.
So there you go. You that was your fate.
I couldn't care less.
I want to undergo the test of fire.
So you know about?
Yeah, of course I know about it. You got a wide open book in the library about it.
Yes, I refer to the law of fire, which says
We know the law of the fire. We have also seen many novices die during the test. You ought to reconsider this decision.
yes, I have. I want the test, and I am going to pass it.
If you absolutely insist, then the High Council...
I insist on being.
In that case, so be it. When you're ready, each magician from the...
Oh, I forgot about that. Fuck. Aegon is not here. Yeah, I gotta do that. Oh crap! I crashed. Considering they absolutely mopped the floor with that wolf, I'd say it was imbalanced in the other direction. Alright, get ready for loud intro again. Hello, Bellator. Whoa, I'm in the book. Alright, Val, do you know what time of day that Aegon is usually in
I used to say that
the shrine?
myself.
Or the chapel?
Stop shouting at nothing!
Thank you for following, Bellator.
Same
No, it is not my first time. That's the whole point of this. Is I'm kind of working this up to do a very thorough walkthrough for this on YouTube at some point.
As if I don't have enough.
But yeah, it's kind of like a training
Path of virtue is long.
refresher sort of thing, and I want help from the community to make sure that I cover all the bases. All right. Well, there's one way to check when Aegon shows up, which is set time.
You don't have to ask me that.
I don't know what time it is now, so we'll just go hour by hour.
Forenus!
Forenus? I'm guessing nobody's praying at this hour. Oh, it won't be the last time. I will be playing this game frequently until the day I die. Set time 1, set time 2, set time 3, 4. I love the synchronized stand and sit that the council does every time I set the time. Oh wow, there's a lot of them here. I don't know why they all just suddenly showed up. Well, there's Aegon. These two idiots are showing up. That tells me that, they were already in here. But maybe not. What time is it? 9. Well, there he was, so I think he was in here at 9. Let's wait for him to waltz on in here. So what we're doing here is demonstrating a glitch that Val experienced last time. Which is basically, Aegon is supposed to be... you're supposed to encounter Aegon on the test of fire out in the end of the trail on the riddle that Pirate Card gives you. But there's a glitch when he's in here and you demand the test of fire where he doesn't teleport because he's already aggroed on you. So you end up fighting him here instead.
True.
So I'm going to give that a shot. Seeing as he's standing right behind us, he should trigger on us as soon as we end this conversation.
I want to undergo the test of fire.
So you know about?
Never gonna change that.
You want to pass the test of fire?
Yes, I refer to the law of fire, which says...
We know the law of the fire. We have also seen many novices die during the test. You ought to reconsider this decision.
Yes, I have. I want the test, and I am going to pass it.
If you absolutely insist, then the High Council will put you to the test.
I insist on being given the test of fire.
In that case, so be it. When you're ready, each magician from the High Council will give you a mission which you have to fulfill. May Enos have mercy on your soul.
So intimidating.
Face your test, Master.
So you saw a slight glitch there. That was the all the novices getting their script to move to where they were supposed to. You saw Aegon stand up behind us.
The test of magic. You probably know that only one of the novices can pass the test.
I see.
Oh no, he left.
Competitors then.
Enos in button.
Shit, he left. Okay, so he didn't stick around, but he is still on the move, so we should be able to catch him.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
Yeah, see, there he is.
I never would have thought.
You are too late.
He didn't even make it yet.
I have won.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Only if you get out of here alive.
Do you want to kill me? You will never succeed.
Yeah, he does actually straight up leave and walk there. But I think if you're in the chapel and he's outside,
What you waiting for?
he teleports because he's not like
What you waiting
visible.
for?
Like he's outside of the.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Everyone's just so happy to see this fight.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Atta boy. Atta boy.
All right, Parlin, can you just take it easy?
Atta boy.
I guess not.
What you waiting for?
But maybe if I oh god, that hurt.
Yeah, that's the
Maybe
ticket.
if I was standing closer to Aegon, he would have actually
What
waited.
you waiting for?
But I think the
Atta boy.
altar between us kind of messed that up. And yeah, now he's dead. And nobody cares. And we got the key to the chest.
Really think?
He never would have thought of that himself.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
What can... With this spell, you can put people... That could be very...
And how do...
You needn't bother trying it with the magician.
What do you...
Every magician who... And if you really pass...
All right.
Good luck in your...
So we can double cross him with this. Because more than one person asks us for a favor. It acts as if you fought the golem. What do you mean? Like, we passed Serpente's test already?
Who told you that?
So, are you clever enough? If not, and now hear your test. Overcome.
Living.
I have told. Now you go.
Nah, I guess not.
It's really not my problem.
I'm ready to...
I'm not surprised that you know the old law, but I suspect that you do not realize what risk you are taking. Bear in
Oh,
mind
I get you.
that an impatient spirit will not withstand. It has been a young...
He won't...
Then I create...
So, I actually never knew that because I think there was one occasion where I'd done this and actually did not find Aegon there. I could not figure out how I did that. I did not realize it had to do with the golem. So I will take a note.
It's not what I heard.
That's nothing new.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
I'm not telling you anything new.
You can't go on like this forever.
That's all just gossip.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
I wonder how he found that out. So I never put those two together, because like I said, only once did I do Pyrokar's quest before killing the golem. Because normally I do this just because it's quicker and it's on the way.
Do you really think?
But anyway, Dirian, who gives us the sleep scroll if we agree to help him, this is the occasion where you were supposed to use it. This guy never sleeps, never leaves, and never leaves his sacred hammer unguarded. And, well, just trying to snatch it in front of his eyes gets us in a shitload of trouble. Instead, we give him a nap. Give this a yoink. And do a runner.
Why haven't I heard about this before? That's totally obvious. So it says in the scriptures.
I wonder about this golem. I'm guessing then that... What's his name? Serpentes only summons it for this quest. I feel like in the vanilla game it would also show up when you were one of the other factions. I don't really remember. I don't know, to prove their manhood, I guess. The pink robes. I guess if you kill the golem first, for whatever reason they tied that together. If you kill the golem first, then Aegon gets to the shrine first because you took the time to do Serpente's thing first. And that's kind of how they work it out. I thought it was time-based, which confused me because I would try and teleport myself there and beat Aegon, thinking that I could get there quicker. Or no, I wouldn't do that because I would still do the golem first. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I don't know, I just never tried doing the golem second for some reason. Yeah, it really is. I'm surprised it wasn't actually time-based, though.
It has happened. Enos has chosen me, and I shall take part in the test of magic.
I'm in it too. I demanded the test of fire.
You did what? So either you are a favorite of Enos, or completely crazy.
I've already done a lot of crazy things, so I'm positive I can pull this off too.
Enos holds his hand over me. Therefore, I shall pass.
I don't think we'd be a favorite of Enos, because if we were, he would have chosen us. Instead, we ran. We asked for it.
Have you seen Aegon or
We split up.
Is he supposed to? Because he never does, and he never says anything afterwards. So I thought there were some, like, broken flags where he's supposed to thank you afterwards, since everyone else does.
And?
Since don't...
Maybe...
Forget it. I'll accomplish this mission alone.
It is funny how you're supposed to work together. I mean, you're supposed to be opposed to each other, and yet so many of them try to work together.
Do you know any...
No. Did Serpentes give you this test?
Yes. Why?
I think I can imagine what he means. You wouldn't be the first.
Where
Just when you... That's all.
I don't know, I'll look again, because I swear he's never despawned for me. He always just stands here till the end of time. Or until he gets murdered by a Seeker in Chapter 3. I have to use the restroom. I will be right back. Uptight, what's the issue you're having with the install of the system pack? Because it should be the same thing. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be, because the config file would already be the right name. Let me take a look at this. I'm curious about this Android port. Oh, wow. Oh god, it looks dreadful. I mean, it looks competent, but the frame rate is pretty horrible. It's weird how the camera does not have any of this sway like it does in the main game, but I guess it's for the sake of the controls. Also, I've played this with the DirectX 11 mod the last few times, so I'm not used to the old light render. Oh, it looks decent. Something made with, like, no budget. Take a closer look at that later. Hello, Fincraig. I think I have 2 dragons following me so far. I have Fincraig and Fiomathar. All I'm missing is Pandador. I forget the 4th one in the valley. And then there's the 5th one on Irdarath. I'd be very impressed if they made a copycat. I mean, because they used all the assets, like the in-game visual assets, the meshes, the animations. It is impressive. If they rebuilt it from scratch, that would be nuts. Okay, so we could go around from the other direction. I think this is the safest way to approach the golem, because we can see him better from here. But the wonderful thing about this hammer, I don't think it does a whole lot of damage to... It doesn't say what its stats are, but it does have damage stats and stuff. I can pull up on the weapons list. Sacred Hammer does 60 damage. Requires only 10 strength, which you have by default. There's a range of 120. But its primary effect is that it one-shots this particular golem. And I don't think this golem takes any damage otherwise. Damn! We almost traded hits there, and I would have not won out. Oh god! His corpse was making noises. I think there was another fix. I can never remember what you have to install first, but there's 2 things you have to install for, like, the best effect. One is the system pack, and one is the player kit. And I don't know which one you're trying to install, but try installing the other one first. That might fix it. Magical weapon that adds mana bug. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. So, I also think, isn't there supposed to be a highwayman who shows up here at this point? Or does he only show up when you're not doing one of these quests? He doesn't show up when Lares is leading you here, and he doesn't show up on the Test of Fire. Well, that's why, when I posted my mod list yesterday, it did have the order that you should install them in, I think. Which I will relink that. Just for those interested. Missile gun, welcome. By the magical wand from the guy in the church. Well, I already missed one of the wands. The Ulthar created this wand. Well, what's the mana glitch that happens with it? Alright, well, here's old Ulf. Now, Ulf is a bitch, because he's even tougher than Aegon is, but I think he has the same AI.
Hey, do you know what happened?
You've been chosen.
Right. Just as I was about to have a cool sip of beer, Darren comes around the corner and tells me Who would have thought? It's not possible. boy,
It's possible.
you are damn brave.
Looks like...
So I wonder how Ulf got chosen, considering literally he made a delivery to town and decided to slum it at the bar instead of going back and doing his duties.
Have you...
Well,
And yet, you know,
so
still
what?
chose him. I guess to put him on our path so that we wipe him out. I'm actually going to let him follow me because I want to see what happens when we get there. I've never actually brought him to the place. Which now I wonder what would happen if we got there while Aegon was still alive. But I'm guessing once we get there, he will probably attack us before we even enter the cave. Oh, I get you. I'm not sure what's the deal then, Uptight. I don't think I've had that problem before. Usually one or the other would fix it. So you can't just navigate to the directory to install it? The other thing is, I don't know, he's following us, but I don't know if we get XP for anything he kills. I guess we'll find out.
There's another one of those scummy beasts.
Come on, take care of it. Man, he is not doing well. Okay, we don't get XP if he kills him. That's irritating. So we would lose out on a lot of XP if we have him follow us. Hello, Luptamere? I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. I butcher everyone's names because everyone has such a distinctive name. I don't know how to say them.
There's another one of those scummy beasts.
There's another two of them, you dork.
One less monster around.
Yeah, but there's still one more, you dork.
There's another one of those.
Oh god, I went flying for him. Can't have him ninja all my kills.
One less monster around.
Yeah, I know there's a shadow beast. Isn't there a shadow beast on the way here somewhere? We can get him to run into that. That'd be the easiest way to get rid of him.
Nothing to be had there.
I don't know if it affects the weather. I actually haven't seen it rain yet, so you might be right. That didn't even occur to me. Oh yeah, I mean, I know there's two shadow beasts in the cave. Oh, we could have him help us clear this out. What do you mean I failed math? How did I fail math? Don't you dare. You
One
piece of
less
shit.
monster around.
God. I think a shadow beast shows up here later. That's why I was thinking of it. Somewhere in these woods. We have a ghost. Ow, he's hitting me. I can't hit it.
One less monster around.
He's just stealing all my kills. Whatever, we'll dodge the rest of the monsters on the way, so we don't have to worry about that. Not a huge difference. Yeah, the ghost lights are one of the more irritating enemies. They're like worse blood flies. God, I had to scratch an itch. Don't steal
One
it.
less monster around.
actually worse fighting things with him because I panic and start taking hits. Make sure he doesn't steal the kill. Actually, I should keep the ham. I think we need hams for something later. Oh, I get you. That's what you mean about math. Oh yeah, I got my sheep sausage back from Aegon, even though he was supposed to eat it. Guess he's just that fed up with sheep sausage. He, like, took a bite and put it back in his pocket. Sorry, sirens. Well, that's what I'm wondering. Does he... I've never led him here before, I don't think. I'm just wondering if he attacks us when we get in there, or if he waits until we pick up the rune, and after we fight Aegon. Because if I had to fight them both at the same time, Aegon would obviously attack us before we pick up the rune, if he's here. I'm wondering if Ulf would help us with that. Or if he would just stand there cheering. Now, one of the things to be careful of here is there are mine crawlers in the rest of the cave. Sometimes they will lock on when you knock down Aegon or Ulf down here because they want to come eat his corpse. So you might run into them down here. Oh, well, there's Aegon. Nice of him to show up.
Nothing to plunder.
So he's not saying much of anything. Yep, okay.
So, we meet again. I've been thinking, you know.
Oh, man. Don't do that.
I have no choice. I just have to be a magician. Do you have any last...
Have you got anything to smoke?
You're lucky. I've actually got something right here.
Excuse me while I smoke my sword. I've never seen that happen before.
Let's get it over with.
I don't remember how that really affects the fight. Oh god, it really slows it down and messes with my control coordination. Okay. Oh my god, I hate this. And my depth perception as well. Yeah, that really fucks with me. Because I can't time my combos. Oh, I hate this. Ah, I can't do it. It messes the timing so much. Oh, I can't do the combos. That really frustrates me. Come at me, would you? Oh, fank. Oh god, it sped up so suddenly. Man, that is a real short trip. I guess he doesn't really... I used to think he hit harder than Aegon. That might have changed at some point. Alright, well, we got the goods. Yeah, the distortion effect doesn't really change. It's just kind of the camera thing. Yeah, I hate the slow-mo. I've never actually experimented much with the black ore, since I know it kind of has that effect, but it doesn't affect your character as much, or something like that. But I hate the slowdown so much that I don't really ever have cause to use either of them. Also, I know if you just snack on a swampweed plant, it has the same effect. Or it used to. Yeah, it does. I just don't think it lasts as long as it does if you smoke it. Okay, maybe it does last as long, because this is still taking forever. And I hate it. Tell you what, when I do sit down to eat 550 mushrooms, what I'm going to do is put in the South Park command so everything speeds up. That way we don't have to wait all day. Oh, look at that. Okay, I was going to go for the black troll, but I forgot there are snappers in the way. I don't think we're ready to deal with snappers. I mean, we're always ready to deal with them. They're as exploitable as anything else. But they are dangerous. Be careful, those two are right next to each other. I don't want to aggro them both. Come on, one of you. Oh, the aggro. We could get the hunter to help us, but I think we get more XP if we deal with them ourselves. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Oh my god, he's got the hops. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Wow! That was Olympic. Yeah, well, I don't have... do a decent damage to him. And at least he's kind enough to do the hop back. Fuck. Yeah, they're not... I always expect snappers to be tougher than they are. Did the snappers get arms in Gothic 3? For some reason, I don't remember that. I didn't think they had arms. I know they got them in Risen 3. Because that's not a Gothic game. And the Shadow Beasts were the worst. They were like half the size and... just... they looked like big old nuggets. Like they were so pudgy... and like not the big furry toothy monstrosities that they're supposed to be. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Oh, my phone's dying. Hang on, let me plug in my phone. Yeah, the trolls were the weirdest because they lost any like definition. They literally looked like Play-Doh. I would say the scavengers in Gothic 3 were an improvement because they looked more like wild, you know, flightless birds. These ones, they look more like, I don't know, demented dinosaurs. Snappers are no threat. Nothing to worry about. Although, to be fair, the Gothic 3 trolls are more difficult to fight than the ones in these games. You can't just pivot around them. Damn, he almost got me. How much damage do these do? Quite a lot. I just fucked up my rhythm there. We never got Feckless Stew. But we never beat up Volko. I still don't feel confident taking on the Dragon Snapper, though. For some reason, I feel like their AI is a little different. They're more aggressive, but we'll give it a shot later. Maybe we can take down the one for Gon and get his shitty 30 gold. We haven't gotten the quest yet, but the sun aloe that we need for Sagita is right here, and thankfully we don't have to get that close to the troll to get it. Let's get him to roar so I can get behind him. We are barely scratching this idiot, but we'll get there. Make mincemeat out of him. Oh my god, he almost got around. Yeah, he'll say you haven't been that much help, but he'll say you've been no help if you don't manage to kill even one of them. Which is annoying, because he can basically wipe them all out with his bow. So, it's actually very difficult to help him, simply because he doesn't need the help. And done. Ain't no thing. So, we can sell this scroll, or this skin, to Bosper, but that's a bad idea because I think in Chapter 3, you get the quest from Raoul. You can sell it to him first, beat him up, take it back, and then sell it to Bosper. For an even bigger reward. He's the only one who can teach you to remove crawler plates. I thought, couldn't Gestath teach you that as well? What does that sound? I guess not. Also, can't he teach you how to take, like, dragon trophies for some reason?
The black troll is dead. Nicely done.
50 XP for doing that. Which, again, I think that XP would actually grow quite a bit higher if we did not do this so soon.
I'm hunting.
Oh, that's a funny thing. So he doesn't even offer you the quest to help him. Alright, well, that is duly noted. Ooh, we can try taking down... Oh my god! What is that abominable noise? We can try taking down the undead cave over here with the fire rain spell. That might be worth doing. Some fair loot in there. Yeah, the render distance is vastly improved with these mods. So they look pretty decent. Black Wolf, he absolutely could, but he's not that smart. I am extremely mediocre at singing, and I will not demonstrate it under any circumstances. I don't think he actually has a quest, that's the thing. I don't remember if you actually get a quest in your log to help him, but... Well, next time we do this, I'll make sure not to kill the snappers beforehand. Wonderful glitched out mole rats, so they stand there patiently while I shoot them. Okay, so there's skeletons. What we should be able to do is get out of my face. Launch the fire rain spell and just run in there. Since the AoE follows us, should be able to wipe out everything in one go. To make sure it lasts, we gotta get closer. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Shit, I don't think it lasted. It did not last. Okay, the fire rain does not really last long enough. A little closer. Ah, it does not last nearly long enough. Maybe there's another way. How did I get that back? I don't have a transform spell. Shite. Thought I might have been able to sneak in there and do it, but alright. That's not gonna happen. They have no magic defense, really? Well, I don't have any magic spells. I only have fire ones. We can get Dragomir's crossbow while we're here. Even though we would have to fight some goblinos. I should not have said that. I'm gonna regret that. Mentioning goblins. What a mistake this was. Yeah, I never knew that about goblins, having low magic defense. I guess that's just to make sure that they die easily to the wave of death, but seeing as it does like 6,000 damage anyway. I need to save one fire arrow for the thing. Okay, not so bad. There's a couple more, aren't there? No, maybe not. The funny thing is, I think when you're fighting these in Chapter 3, if you leave them behind, the Seekers actually get really defensive over them. Like, if you start fighting one of the little skeletons, the Seekers will actually aggro on you. Which I find hilarious. You got the rumbles. I don't know why it's rumbling. Yeah, bug off. Ha 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 ha. Buzz off. Oh, is that the case? This is the only place I really experienced it, so I only observed it with the goblin skeletons. speaking of skeletons, there's also a cave full of undead here, but this cave is funny because just like the Cave of Death in the Valley, where NPC corpses show up after they move... Oh, Godless Warrior. This cave is sometimes used to deposit NPC corpses when they move back to the valley. Which is hilarious because this is an easily accessible cave and clearly meant to be accessed. But for some reason, people like Gorn will show up dead here when they move to the valley. Mixir, really? Makes me wonder where the other ones go. Because I don't know where the other NPCs go when they leave this zone. Alright, I don't feel like running back, so... Go to waypoint. Monastery. Nope. That does not work. Waypoints. Where the hell is it?